I didn't realize that we were coming so close to Castlevania.
Oh, yeah, I was one... As I was...
And that would be weird because that's a Konami game. Capcom... It's official. Capcom versus Konami coming soon. 2021.
But I really am not trying to criticize my husband, folks. Like, don't think that what I'm trying to talk about is that at all. I'm trying to express that, like, my child is going to obsess over it. So I'm really glad that they're adding in the Hrothgar race with Shadowbringers, because Nathan has already, like, created his Hrothgar and saved the image data.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Porto Angelo.
That's Virgil from 1. That's the Virgil form from 1.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
What evil lurks? I must destroy.
I thought that was the plan all along.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but we kind of do that when we do Let's Plays together. It just happens.
No, it's fine. And since this is a game that we're watching for the first time, we're obviously like being quiet for the cutscenes, so that way we know what's going on too. I love how they're in like a moving like room.
Oh no kidding. I especially love the Castlevania backdrop and that's so gorgeous.
Yeah, this is really cool. And I'm actually interested in seeing what V was doing up until this point, because obviously we could have played his branch.
Yeah.
But anyway, like,
Oh, and do you see he's actually in the combat?
Yeah.
So we've got him helping. That's awesome.
Which is really nice. It is making this move by a lot faster. But anyway, Nathan is planning on playing a race, like pretty much the Hrothgar.
Yes. For those who don't know what they are, they're basically cat people.
Yeah, they're... If you played Final Fantasy X, then you'll know who I'm talking about.
Kind of at the very least.
In the very least, yeah.
My complaint here is that the Hrothgar, even though they look kind of similar, they are not the Ronso, but I'll explain that in a minute.
Yeah, so pretty much they're just like buff. We call them the Lion Daddies because we're just weird. In fact, in my...
That's actually not far off. In Final Fantasy X, I called them lion thongs, but go on.
Yeah, so he plans on being a Hrothgar. And, I mean, these races allow you to have very unique skin tones, and none of them are white. So this won't be a problem going forward, pending that my husband doesn't race change every 5 seconds like he tends to do. Like, I've been trying... Like, one of our friends...
He's one of those guys, is he?
I
had a friend online who did that all the time.
I mean, I honestly really don't care. I give him shit for it. But I've been trying to... Like, there's this one girl who lives in Canada. We call her Tama. And we did a bunch of endgame content with patch 4.0 of Final Fantasy 14, and she does commissions. Like, her commissions are always open, and I've wanted to commission a drawing of my playable character and Nathan's playable character of Final Fantasy 14, kind of like in a battle pose. But Nathan switches his race every 5 seconds to the point where I can't request this commission because I don't know whether he's gonna be an elf or a Lalafell or a human, and I'm just almost at the point where I feel like it's not even worth trying to get this commission done anymore.
So, okay, just because there was a cutscene actually happening in the middle of that, I followed it. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
It basically Nero and V, I guess, are gonna part ways, and V's gonna take care of his goal to get Sparta. So don't worry too much about it, guys. It's not a big cutscene to miss, but no, dude, I totally understand the problem. I used to have a buddy that I raided with in WoW that every couple of months or so he'd be like, hey, what do you think about a dwarf of this class? I'd be like, oh man, don't do it. Because usually if he asked that question, it meant he was going to be race changing.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, there has to be that one that fuels the race change function. And then at that point, now you understand why Blizzard or Square Enix gets money off of this.
Yeah, my husband has joked that he pretty much has fueled the...
He's paid for some kid's college.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. And it's hilarious, but it does exist.
There's no point thinking about it.
I actually do plan on race changing my Lalafell in my extended play to a Hrothgar, which is kind of like...
Shit!
Yeah, no kidding. She's like freaking out too.
We're starting to act like a team.
Ew. You like flirting with me? Knock it off. Get in the car.
I love that. A car almost hits him. He gets within inches of him. He's like, perfect timing.
And she's in there hyperventilating like hell.
No, and on top of that, she's like, ew, are you flirting with me? Well, because you heard what he said, right? It's
Yeah.
like, now we're starting to act like a team. Ew, are you flirting with me?
Love it. Ooh, this
All right.
mission is called Demon King.
Judging by Lady's account, there's little chance that Trish and Dante made it out of the battle against the Demon King unscathed. Nero and V pressed on through the subway system. I didn't get to read it all, but that's okay. Is there anything that we need to refill? Yeah. Actually, we got a lot of red orbs.
Yeah, I would like cash in on those a little bit.
Let's do it.
Anyway, I may have like...
And innocuous post.
eh,
But yet, strangely enough, she does it better than Megan Fox.
yes, she does. I mean, I can...
Ooh, rawhide ragtime.
I really like how that one looks.
Ooh, okay. See, do you want to know what I'm really liking out of Nero's portion here?
What's that?
Is that I don't have to buy these in individually. I can buy in bulk.
Which is nice.
Which means I can get a bunch of these for about 10,000 red orbs, and I guess it's kind of random in what you get. So then at that point, I can kind of I can mess around with all of these other arms that she's giving me, which is pretty freaking awesome considering. So now I have all of this. Let's go ahead and bring back Gerbera into it. And Overture, we're going to change that over to, let's do that with a punchline. And, oh, we have another punchline, so we'll change that over to Rawhide. We'll just mess around with all of these things, because I don't know if they're, like, we haven't come across a mission where they're essential.
Yeah.
So that'll definitely be helpful. And I'm just going to go ahead and buy this red orb.
Might as well
Boom.
get yourself some more vitality.
Wait, it is a shared vitality board.
Oh, wait, what the?
It is a shared vitality board because that's as much health as I actually had with V. Holy
Ooh,
shit.
that's
Okay,
nice.
cool. That's good
Yeah.
to know.
Wonderful.
Except with V, this actually kind of motivates you to play the other characters because with V it'd be cheaper.
That is true.
So there you go. I like that. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. What else can we get here as far as combos? I'm going to go ahead and get another Red Queen combo. And I think that's going to do it. Because I think
you've gotten all the Red Queen combos.
I've
at
got a
this
few
point.
left.
Oh, you
I've
still got a couple more?
I just haven't bought the really big named ones that are like 50,000.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I'm actually being rather thrifty with this. I could technically like overpower Nero. But I don't want to do that because I could then end up with V for like 5 missions and it's pointless.
Good point. Oh, look, Lady is finally wearing clothes.
Lady got clothes, at least a shirt.
Well, good for her. I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy for her right now.
It kind of disappoints me they screwed up her eyes though. That was actually a really cool character trait from DMC3 that I loved about the character, and it carried over into the anime, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
We still need to get that over to Alex at some point. It's almost like we're hinting at something about to happen.
Or eventually happen.
Well, no point in turning back now.
Cute.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
Great minds think alike.
time for some payback.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
There we go.
All right.
And by the way, just because of all of the Hrothgar talk, I obviously have to bring this up. But you didn't bring up the problem with the Viera. Is that we want male Viera, even though they didn't exist in Final Fantasy, people.
I'm just not even going to participate in that conversation. Like, it just is what it is, folks. I wanted Dancer to be a healing class, and I didn't get that. So I moved on, and I'm happy with playing Astrologian still, and I'm not upset.
Because see, here's my deal with the Hrothgar. Okay, it's great and all that they are all male. Like I get what Square Enix is doing, and guys, it's their game. They get to choose that. They wanted to do an all-male race, even though people are bringing up that the Ronso had female members, obviously because there are Ronso children. Well, okay, first of all, we don't know how those children were born because they technically didn't show that off. I can't even think of maybe 1 or 2 Ronso models in 10 and 10-2 that might have been female. I'm trying to even think. I don't remember a Ronso model with a bikini. So it's possible that they didn't even exist. But the other thing I'm going to point out, I have seen the Hrothgar model. I can tell you it's not Ronso. Because they have like this weird hunch. They're actually based on a completely different cat than the Ronso are. So the Ronso may have been a base inspiration for it, but the Hrothgar are their own animal. All right, so I'm just pointing that out for the record. I get that the Ronso are an inspiration for it, but put Kimahri up against your Hrothgar model, and you're going to see some differences.
Yeah, that is true.
Because they're cat people, but to my knowledge, like, I actually looked the models up every way, and Ronso and 10 have these big old unicorn horns that stick out of their head, like big ones. And I like in the Hrothgar reveal that I saw, they don't have that. So
you actually can choose a face where there is a big unicorn horn coming out of their head.
That's a Ronso inspiration.
Yeah, because part of the lore for the next expansion is that you travel interdimensionally to a world that is a reflection of the world that you have played in since like 2013. And in this reflection, all these races that you have come to know, so like the humans that are called the Hior, or the Lalafell, the Elizin, the Rogadins, they're all called something different on this interdimensional world called the First. Okay. And in the First, the Hrothgar are known as the Ronso.
Okay, so they're Ronso inspirations or modernizing Ronso.
Yes.
But they are not the Ronso of 10.
They are not.
It doesn't sound to me like you're traveling to Spira to get them.
No. This, because Final Fantasy XII is the same planet and the same world as Final Fantasy XIV. And essentially the lore of Final Fantasy XIV is that there was this great sundering between two great gods known as Zodiark and Hydaelyn. And this sundering took this one world and separated it into 13 shards.
Okay.
And so the world that you play on is called the Source, which is literally the source of the Sundering. So the original, like, world, and then everything else...
So we did it, our bad.
Yeah, so then everything else is a reflection of the Source. And so there's, like, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, all the way up to the 13th. And we... In Shadowbringers, we travel to the first. However, like, we know that we travel to the first to become the Warrior of Darkness.
Okay.
But we don't know why we are becoming the Warrior of Darkness, or why now we're being called to a reflection of our world.
Okay.
So that is what the story of Shadowbringers is meant to be. It's meant to become the Warrior of Darkness and learn why we have been
makes me
brought
giggle.
over to the first.
Makes me giggle because that's a reference to Final Fantasy III.
Like,
oh, bloodstreams. These conduits snake throughout the Kaifoth, I think is how to say it? Kaifoth?
Yeah.
Transporting blood gathered in the human world. Offer yourself to the flow and it will carry you deeper into the tree, but be warned, there's no turning back once you enter.
Where does this go?
Okay.
That's so gross. It's like, it's literally just a fountain of blood.
Yep, in fact. Okay, well, there's really no other place to go, so here we go.
Oh, and it's not liquid, it's solid, too.
Yeah, it's blood jello.
Okay,
Okay, my bad.
Oh, Adam.
Sorry. I kind of regret it now for myself, too. All right. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that's
Bye-bye,
so
people.
gross. Oh, God.
Okay. Yep, more allusions to Onimusha.
You're totally gonna get your Onimusha game.
Yeah, I
can
totally
see it.
am, and I'm kind of excited about it.
I'm happy for you. But anyway, I mean, I hope I haven't. I mean, I know that we've talked about you, like, off screen, talked about you playing Final Fantasy 14, but I hope that doesn't, like, spoil too much. of what's to come.
I don't care.
Because I'm like, oh man, I am so excited to see what happens next.
I've been told enough that 14, it still maintains Final Fantasy's stance where all the Roman numeral entries don't try to refer to each other that much. I know that you've also told me that like Ivalice exists in it, but I mean, Ivalice has existed in a number of Square Enix games, so I'm okay with that. Hence why we're getting the Viera, because the Viera are from Ivalice.
And they live on the source, so.
Yeah. So, you know, that's definitely something that's just going to happen, and I'm okay with it. Because Final Fantasy XIV, from what everybody that speaks positive of it tells me, is that it's an MMO that pays a lot of homage to what has come before. And so at that point, when they talk about becoming a Dark Warrior, I'm like, oh, well, that's a Final Fantasy III reference. That's pretty freaking awesome. It just sounds to me like it's World of Final Fantasy, but MMO form. And so at that point, I really don't mind the excess lore, especially if it's just going to pay homage to all the games that I've loved in my childhood.
Yeah, it's so good. I've really enjoyed playing Final Fantasy XIV, like a lot. Not, you know, one as an MMO, and then two because of its story as well. It is truly spectacular.
Oop. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was another door. Okay, well, that threw me off.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Going down is the only way, huh?
Oh. Things are glowing. That's usually not a good thing. That means, like, we're entering the vile core of
Whatever
wherever
this
we're
is.
in, yeah. Oh, and look at all those wires.
That's all people blood.
Also,
Cutscene.
probably a boss room.
Makes sense.
Well, that's cute.
It is.
Baphomet. Hey, look, we have a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, everybody.
Love it.
Does he get to meet Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts?
You're like whooping his ass. He hasn't even touched you once, or even attempted to touch you.
Well, one of the things that's really helping is I've got all these combos unlocked.
Oh, there's a couple. Oh no, these are different dudes. Oh, there's another one.
And there's another one. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Did we take care of the tangent that was actually going on with FF14?
Oh no, I just hope you get a chance to finally like sit down and play it, because I think that you would really enjoy it.
No, I think I will. It's one of those things where I've kind of told you off screen. I'm looking for a lot of ways to be able to properly take time off. And that's been my one problem with, like, I haven't been able to try any new games out or anything like that. I pretty much play the games that I'm playing for Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And so that's been the only thing that's kind of held me back, along with I've said it numerous times on my channel, I'm not looking to adopt multiple MMOs, because MMOs are big time commitments.
Yes.
But when it's worthwhile, then I want to be able to do it. I think I've even told you, like, I'd still probably stay in WoW and do all of the minor things that I'm doing, but I am interested in FF14 and what it actually tries to bring to the Final Fantasy formula. And since apparently I didn't even realize how big its base has gotten. Jiminy Christmas, the highest I've ever heard WoW getting is 12 million, and when we were watching the Square Enix conference, they flabbergasted me at 16 million.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
And that's active right now. So at that point, it's like, wow, holy crap, 16 million people are playing FF14. This is definitely a success.
They're getting a lot of players from... Oh, look. Divinity
Yes.
statues.
Does this mean we get to sum it up, Nico?
They're getting an on-flood of players from World of Warcraft who have had it with Blizzard and are truly disappointed by Battle for Azeroth. Just like people who have quit WoW officially.
Which, I'm kind of one of those people, but I still enjoy doing some things in WoW. So I haven't necessarily sworn it off. I kind of hope that they get their act together, especially since I've been waiting for Nashatar to be in the game for years, so I'm really hoping that actually works out. But in the meantime, like I really don't have a whole lot of time to commit to MMOs anyway.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't work out.
Whereas I apparently have all the time to commit to MMOs, so...
Well, that's more your call, isn't it? Like, that's what you want to play in your spare time. I just kind of look at it and go, well, I love playing these MMOs, but I've got so many other games that I haven't tried out yet.
I know. I've been trying to take a little bit of a break from Final Fantasy XIV right now, just because I am going to be playing it pretty hardcore in the next 2 weeks.
Which is something, by the way, I never did with WoW. Like, I stuck with WoW. Like, I never played the games that I wanted to play. I didn't want to fall behind in WoW. So now I'm looking at it from a completely different perspective.
And so, like, right now I've been playing the Spider-Man game that came out last year and loving it. Just loving every single moment.
How far are you in it?
I just recently...
Holy shit, I didn't even realize this. Do these guys look familiar to you? They're a demonic take on the suits of armor from 4.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because of the big old shields.
Yeah, I can see that now.